Alright, and welcome back everyone to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, playing as the Japanese Empire, and we are about to start another ahistorical war because France is looking juicy and I want some of this GDP because holy crap. Let's just look at that number again. Almost 1 billion or 1 trillion GDP overall. And if we come down here and we look at their provinces, you know, we got 7 billion here in Tonkin. Kwangchawan is almost 10 billion. Laos is almost at 1.5. Laos, they just acquired a little bit ago, so it hasn't had time to grow. But Annam is 14 billion. Cochin China is 12 billion. Cambodia is 8.6 billion. Yeah, I want this territory. Also, if we take a look at their islands over here, why can I never get? It's over. Yeah, okay. So the name profiles over here. 5.5 billion in New Caledonia. French Polynesia, 3.4 billion. The Marquise Islands, that's actually grown relatively sparsely, interestingly enough. Only 200 million. Do they have any other islands over here? Not by the looks of it. Okay, so yeah, we got a lot of their territory that we want to take. We're going to focus primarily on the Pacific. We want to take the Pacific Rim. That's what we're specifically focused on. Luckily, we do have Sarawak under our control. We also have Eastern China, Northeast China. We have a shit ton of oil under our control, so we definitely want to start focusing on getting oil-fired burners as soon as possible, which is severely going to increase our range. It's going to give us the ability to just get out there and fight and not have to worry about logistics as much. We are focusing on getting our next upgrade for gun layout, which what we're searching for is 6 times large centerline guns and then 3 times large superimposed guns. This will allow us to build the Fusos, which we also need to get the next Dreadnought hulls unlocked so we can actually build out the Fuso proper. Let's check the fleet real quick. We do have some refits going. It looks like we still got a few things going. So we definitely need to get these finished up. The Russians are starting to move into Xinjiang. They're about to take it. Hopefully we're able to start consolidating some of this territory for ourselves as well. I would really like the army to be doing something. So let's go ahead, run the turn, and let's see what the army decides to do in the case of taking more territory for us. Getting these refits done for our fleet is going to be the big priority right now. We get these refits done, it gives us the ability to get in and start really challenging the French. All right, so we got that done. So the Katoris are good, the Satsumas are good. We still have 2 of the Ibukis that we can do, so let's go ahead and get those started. Of course, the Jakumas, we'll go ahead and get these done, which that helps the Jakumas. Like this upgrade right here will make the Jakumas incredibly combat effective, so that's a really good thing for us. And then the Kawachis, did we do an upgrade for the Kawachis? Yes, we did. Can we do them? We might be able to do them. Let's see, can we do it? Yes, we can. Very nice. So we are oh, I apparently screwed this up. Alright, so we are, again, army not doing anything. Very annoying, but it is what it is. We got some reduced relations with them, which is good. We're about to get Krupp 3. I want Krupp 3 to be the basis of the, you know what, I think I'm going to put the focus over here as well. Yeah, we'll do that. So... and overall, we have a pretty good fleet. Not as substantial as we probably should have if we were playing the game the regular way. But, you know, it is what it is. In regards to, actually, I was doing some testing, and actually, you know what? Let me start with something I should really actually point out to you guys. Head on over, join the Discord, join us for the shenanigans over there. I would really appreciate it. The more people that join, the more fun we can have doing other things as well. Also, this week we should be getting the release of the Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts multiplayer modules, so we will be able to be playing together. I plan on organizing some co-op stuff and some multiplayer battles. I don't know if co-op, like full-blown co-op, is going to be a thing. I really hope it is. I really hope it's like a Civ style where like everybody can be in the game as one of the nations and we all can just beat the shit out of each other, and it would just be great. But yeah, join the Discord and keep an eye out for stuff when it comes to the multiplayer. Also, I am going to be suspending Saturday uploads for right now. I'm really having a hard time organizing my schedule right now. I'm allowing myself to get pulled in too many directions, and I need to make sure that I have as much open time as possible. For example, this Tuesday, I can't record anything, or, well, I can technically record in the evening, but it's not going to be enough time to do a lot of recording. I might be able to do one episode or something like that. It's just a case of, with my schedule, I'm getting pulled in multiple directions, and then next month, of course, is my brother and his fiance's wedding, so I'll be going to that and having a good time as well. So Saturday uploads for right now, we're gonna set them off to the side. I do plan on shaking up the weekday uploads a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. So we'll be getting into that when we do. Anyways, let us continue on with our running of turns. Actually, wait. Let's make sure to do this, do that. Boom. Awesome. I forgot to poke the French. Damn it. So how are you guys doing? I hope everybody is doing well. I can say this for nothing. If you are watching the stock market and everything like I am right now, you're kind of like, oh God, let the chaos begin. Okay. Increase tension. Actually, real quick, what is our diplomatic situation? Everybody fucking loves us. Yeah, that's kind of a problem because we really need to take more territory. Actually, the question is the big baddies themselves. Yeah, it is hilarious. Like, they're literally next turn, they're going to hit 1 trillion, and these two are half of that. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, we are definitely seeing some movements within the market, one could say. On my part, I know what the hell is going on with the market. I know who's doing what and what ideas they have in their head. Kind of a bit of a market junkie, a little bit. Never claimed to not be a little insane. We want to get into a war as fast as possible. We want to eat some French territory because, Jesus Christ, 1 trillion GDP. Mind you, just taking the Pacific holdings is going to be like, it's going to be like 50 billion, 60 billion all total when we get to it. But like, they still have, you know, Northern France, 71 billion. Western France, 66 billion. Southern France, 63 billion. Southern Spain is only 5.4 billion, and that's just because they just took it a few years ago. Tunisia, Algeria, you know, let's just kind of look at some of their... Senegal, 10 billion. 12 billion of French Guinea. Ivory Coast, 12. That's so much. Hold on, let's look at their Caribbean holdings. 6.5, 8.3. Oh, man. All right. Yeah, they just have so fucking much. They just have so much. It is ridiculous. and it's going to act as a big push for our economy as well. Across the board, and eventually we want to take the Philippines and whatnot, which, you know, we should probably try to put these two wars together, get them out of the way at the same time. It's gonna take a while to push the Spanish to hate us. So, all right, and we're just stacking cash at this point in time because we just don't have anything else to do with it. 10 battleships. What do we have? So real quick. So 2, 4, 6, 8. All right. So we have the 8. Let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and scrap the Shikishimas. You guys served long and well, and your contribution to the Navy has been very, very appreciated. What's our overall tonnage? 500,000. Oh yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. All right, so we got 5 months on Krupp 3, and then we'll be able to turn that off for a little bit. And again, we need to get the next Dreadnought hull, which will give us the Fuso. Also, I've been doing some playtesting on the side. That was actually that was a day. I spent a whole day playtesting a little bit because I was actually testing out the whole converting government thing. One, confirmed it can be done, which is cool. Did not think that was a thing. And I'm also very aware of how snowballing works now. I've never truly snowballed in one of my playthroughs yet. And in this playtest, I was playing as China. The first war that I fought was against the Japanese, of course. I took Okinawa, but then the government pieced out, so I couldn't take anything else. But then I immediately got into a war with the Russians. I took all of this territory here, and Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan, I believe. I took these territories. Kyrgyzstan had actually rebelled and had gone independent of Russia, but I took Kazakhstan off of Russia. And what I learned is snowballing like that and adding a shit ton of GDP to your holdings very quickly actually provides a boost to your GDP growth. I did not realize this, but it did happen. You know, this percent right here, I went from around 7.5 to like 8.4 over the course of that war. So it was a significant increase. You know, that's if you really dive into the numbers, that's a lot. So it was like, oh, cool. And then eventually I basically controlled, my border kind of looked like this, you know. I basically controlled everything within the Pacific, minus a few random holdings that were still independent. Oh, the Americans took this? Ah, the Amerikanskis have taken Western Samoa, eh? I will have to defeat them in glorious battle. Alright, real quick, let's go ahead and keep poking the French. Everybody's probably sitting there like, oh my god, he's actually going to fight the #1 guy in the game just because he wants some of the cash. Yes, I want the money. I want the money. And since we're heavily limited on the scale of our fleet because of the restrictions of the playthrough, it's kind of fun. It's like, hey, if I lose ships, it's actually going to be a big freaking problem for me. So losing ships is not good. So we got 3 months on this. This gives us Dreadnought 2. I hope Dreadnought 2 is a nice size, and we're about to get the 6. Yeah, oh yeah, these are all coming in at once. Very nice. Very, very nice. So that will give us our 2 Fusos. Also, I'm pretty sure I explained this last video as well, but just to reiterate it again, I will in fact be building the ships, the battleships that were destined to be carriers in real life. Oh yeah, let me poke you even harder. Ooh, look at that. We're taking Manchuria. There we go. There we go. We like that. We like that a lot. But one of the examples of this here soon, 1915, is Issei, the Issei class Dreadnoughts. If I remember correctly, Issei herself, if I'm thinking of the right ship, hold on, let me just confirm this real quick. Where is it? Yes. Okay. So yes, it was the Isseis that I was thinking of. The Isseis were actually hybrid battleship carriers, or converted later into hybrid battleship carriers. So they're an example. The third Yamato, which would become the Shinano, I will be building the Shinano as a Yamato class. And then the Tosas, I don't know if I decided fully if I was going to build the Tosas or not. Did I put them on the list? No. Okay. Why did I decide I wasn't going to build them? I don't remember why I decided I wasn't going to build them or not. I just don't remember. But it is what it is. Of course, then we have the Kongos, the Amagis for the battle cruisers, and then the battle cruisers after that, the B-65 project. Those are going to be fun to build because they were battle cruisers, but they were kind of weird battle cruisers. The overall plan was basically something along the lines of like a Panzerschiff. Which I'm cool with. I like Panzerschiff style ships, as you saw in the Russian campaign. It's like, hey, it's got really big guns. It doesn't have any armor, but it's got really big guns. And now we have sealed off the Koreans on their little peninsula, and I wish and hope I can take them. All right, and we have all of our techs. So that is good. Let's go ahead and turn the focuses off for a little bit. What are we looking at here? Hull-wise, no new hulls yet. And then we're about to get 1,100-ton destroyers. Actually, it raises the question, do I have any destroyers that I'm supposed to be building at this time? We're close to it. So of course we've already built everything pre-World War I that was built. Of course, we then have the World War I destroyers, the Kaba class, 1915, the Mami class, 1918, the Watatakis, 1920, the Isakazes, 1916, the Minakazes, 1918, and then of course the new bigger Kamikazes in 1922. Those are, we're still a little bit off of building those, so we definitely need to start focusing destroyer design a little bit. I'll leave a focus on it just to build it up a little. And then in the case of the Fusos, we are looking at 14-inch guns, of course. So let's go ahead and actually see if we can build us a Fuso. So unfortunately for the Fuso, oh, this is not the Fuso. This is not the Fuso in any way, shape, or form. If I'm correct. Hold on, let me see if I can get... well, I might be able to make it work. Might be able to make it work. She kind of... yeah, this would actually work. Unfortunately, that diagram is from... yeah, we can make this all work. Just size-wise, unfortunately, we're going to have to build her out a little on the heavier side because we're going to need the space to do what we need to do. So if we look... so the towers in the guns would have been something like this. Did she really only have one funnel? Huh, she only had one funnel. Interesting. Did not expect that. So let's do this, do this. All right, hold on. Sorry, I'm having to look at pictures to kind of get it in the same vein. All right, and then we can go enlarge barbette. See if I can just make it a little more compact. I think that's about what we're going to have to do for her. All right. So let me just pull up my chart real quick, make sure I get the weapons and everything sorted properly. So 6-inch secondary battery, go. Then she would also have a few 3-inch guns as well, which we'll just pop those up there. Should be running at 23 knots. And then she also had torpedo launchers, which I don't know if we'll be able to get the same number of torpedoes on her. Actually, yeah, we can. There we go. Torpedoes. Torpedoes. Let's go ahead and slap that on. All right, and then armor-wise, so 12, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2. Set that to 2 as well. Basically a 14-inch conning tower. So go like that, boom, boom, boom. Turrets. Somewhere in that region. We'll just dress these up. All right. And then the terms of length. Let's see if we can actually do the length. Cool. Looks like everything kind of just worked out there. Unfortunately, we can't get the 545 caliber going on. Kind of want to replace this barbette. See if we can replace that barbette. Will standard superimposed barbette work? Oh yeah, that fits almost. That literally fits perfectly. Nice. All right, and we got to shave a little bit of weight off, which we can. We'll shave the weight off in the fuel. She was actually quite long range, 15,000 kilometer range. So you know what? We'll just roll with it. The problem is we don't have oil-fired burners at this point in time, so we can't get good range out of most of these setups. Which, you know what? Everything considered, she looks pretty fucking nice. I will give the Kawachi her props. She looks nice. And the other issue is she has a single, like, would you guys be upset if I did this? You know, just would you guys be upset? Kind of vibing with it. See, I kind of wish I could use the advanced funnel, but just given the layout problems. Yeah, we'll leave her. Fuso! Alright, awesome. So we got our Fuso. And she has a lot of fucking big guns that will absolutely shred things. Now, the thing with the Fuso is, unfortunately, the Fuso... she would not see any action during the First World War. She would just be insignificant, really. The Yamashiro, the sister ship to the Fuso, would be significant in that she would be the first battleship in the IJN itself to actually launch aircraft. It was one of the first ships that they were testing the catapults on. But the problem being that we're talking, everybody's testing aircraft at this point in time. So relatively insignificant contributions to things at this point. We're going to go ahead and we're going to have the Katoris move into the reserve fleet, and then the Fusos are going to take over as the leaders of the Shanghai Squadron. So we'll go ahead and move the Katoris. Where do I have them again? Missouri. Okay. All right, cool. So Shanghai Squadron, transfer these bad boys over here. Then we will go ahead and put these bad boys in. Well, I guess we're going to have to put them in Honshu for the time being. But yeah, we'll put the Fusos with the Shanghai Squadron soon after. But the Fusos would later participate in the Second World War, where they would meet their unfortunate fate after being heavily modernized in the 30s. They would meet their fate at the Battle of the Surigao Straits as part of the Battle of Leyte Gulf. If I'm correct, Surigao Straits are right here, if I'm remembering correctly. And she would be bombed and torpedoed Both of them, actually, would be bombed and torpedoed and sunk with significant losses of their crews. Like, we're talking less than 50 people all total surviving out of, crew complements of 1,000 plus people. Like, significant losses of life in the case of these ships. So, unfortunately, the Fusos, they wouldn't make a mark, really. They wouldn't really make any key difference in the fighting. Now, I will say this, if I can, and we can get if we can find a hull that allows me to put a Pagoda on it, I will rebuild 2 ships to replace these 2 ships, just to kind of match up with that, because I don't think these earlier hulls can get the Pagoda mast towers and everything. I just don't think they can. Which, who doesn't like a fucking Pagoda? Like, come on. Like, Pagodas are freaking awesome. So, let's continue poking the French, because we do need to get ourselves into a war. The people demand war for the GDP. Oh, you don't want to be poked, eh? I didn't give you a choice. I will take your territory. Your territory will belong to the Empire. It is by Imperial decree, motherfuckers. You don't get to keep it. It's mine. It's all mine. I do want to comment on the fact that these ships are just going to lay waste to whatever the hell they're shooting at. Like, oh, hey, what just hit us? Everything. We'll maintain the Mikasas in the register for the time being, but once the Fuso's finish, then we will go ahead and park the Mikasa herself in Tokyo, and then the other one will be decommissioned and scrapped. The other one will, the Mikasa, she will get decommissioned, but she'll just hang out in Tokyo. We will keep the Mikasa. Actually, I should probably look real quick at. All right, I apologize. I was looking to see if there's any update on my packages. By the way, guys, if you are interested in really, really nice water bottles, hop onto Amazon and just search glass water bottles. It's one of the first things that will come up. These bottles are freaking fantastic. I've started to try to get away from the plastic stuff as much as possible. Let me refill my vape. All right. Yeah, so what is our actual coverage when it comes to our fleet? I haven't actually looked at our fleet dispositions recently. So basically the home islands are pretty well protected. Up here's got only a few things. Southeast Asia doesn't have anything at all. We're going to be building those new destroyers here soon, which, speaking of, let's actually take a look at those destroyers. So we have, what are they again? So we have the Kaba class. That is the first one, 800 ton. I believe she was a second class destroyer, yes. Oh, there were technically actually a class of 2 destroyers built called the Sakura class, but I'm not going to about it. If I tried to build every, like, pair of ships that the Japanese built for testing purposes, it would be freaking ridiculous. So... the Kaba class. Let me see if I can get a good picture of her. Kaba... It's not a really good picture of her at all, but it's a decent enough picture. So 3 funnels, amidships, and then she did have a raised forecastle. So what was her overall speed? 30? Okay, and she had one 4.7 with 4 3-inch guns and 2 twin 18-inch torpedo launchers. Now, were those centerline mounted torpedo launchers? I'm going to guess so, given that I cannot, on the picture I'm looking at, I cannot see the launchers on the wings, so they're more than likely centerline, but I cannot tell, unfortunately. So let's see if let's just do some design stuff real quick. See what we're capable of doing with our current tech. Now, as the Kaba was a second-class destroyer, she was lighter. She wasn't meant for long-range operations, really. But she could do longer-range operations within the Pacific itself. You wouldn't get longer-range operations until a little later on. So real quick, let's go to Destroyer 2. Destroyer 1 is faster? Interesting. Let's see. Might actually be worth it to build these a little early just to compensate a little bit. Now, unfortunately, I don't know how they would have had these guns set up. So we're going to do something like this. It's not the same number of guns, but it's a similar number of guns. We'll just roll with that. I'll give them soft caps just because they have smaller guns. Mine sweepers. I don't know if they had mine layers, but I'll give them a slight mine laying. All right, and oh yeah, let's do that. And we're gonna just, you know, a little bit of armor to make it a little more safe. Just a little bit safer. All right. So, of course, 4.7-inch gun. This would be the standard naval gun for basically everybody in the Navy. And then, of course, the 3-inch guns. Which, you know, in reality, minus the fact that, you know, she's got really terrible torpedo angles just because of the constraints of the game. I guess I could get this a little better. Guess I could even those out just a little bit. Yeah. I think we can do it, Chief. Yeah, those angles are a little better. All right, yeah. So I think we're actually going to go ahead and build these a little early as well. Give us a little extra on the... give us a little extra on the destroyer count. Be able to put some extra ships into the Southeast Asia area, and then also just so we don't lose out on the Destroyer 1 hull for these, because the Destroyer 2 hull we can use for everything else, basically, other than the Minakazes, which are 1650, and the after that, the Kamikazes, they go up to 1720. So, yep, I think we'll go like that. I think she's good, Chief. I think she's good. And again, I just don't want to miss out on this hull. That's the only reason why I'm doing this, is because it's like, well, can't get him any lower in the the higher tier hull. So it's like, well, and because I actually have the tech unlocked, I can make these a little closer to their actual weights rather than, you know, having to fudge it a little bit. All right, so in regards to these bad boys, let's go ahead and put a few of them in Hong Kong. Let's put a few of them... what other ports do we have down there? I forget. We do have Sarawak, right? So, yeah, we do. Let's put another chunk of them down in Sarawak. So that'll give us good coverage in the Southeast Asia area. There's actually something to be said that it does appear that, like, if you have forces in a region, yes, they will intercept things within that region, but it seems that they intercept things more in their local area of the region rather than far away. So, like, these guys might not intercept something over here, and these guys might not intercept something down here, but if you spread them out a little bit, they're more likely to intercept whatever the hell that is going through the area. So, recommend doing that. I've been doing that more and more often, and it's leading to results. Like, actually spreading your forces out a little bit has definitely been leading to results. All right. Yeah, we'll let this run for a little bit longer. And then... need to poke the not the Germans, the French. Hello, Frenchie. I want your land. Give me your land. It's rightful Asian land, you bastards. Disclaimer, it might not be my type of Asian land, but it's Asian land. Also, I guess I should kind of sprinkle this in. If you guys haven't noticed, You might notice the past few thumbnails. The ships have looked vaguely similar. That's because I decided I was going to do all 4 Congo sisters for the thumbnails because I just loved the way the Congo looked. I just love it as a ship. It's like, oh, this is too good. This is just too good. It's like, yes, this is very nice, very nice. It's actually, I would say the Congo next to the Nagato. If I had to say my favorite battleship to play in World of Warships goes Nagato, Congo, New Mexico. I love the New Mexico. I absolutely freaking adore the New Mexico. But, but, yes, I get to poke them more. Double dip. And then we come down here and smack the Spanish again. Oh, actually, you know what? I should take down all of these while I'm here, even though, yeah, I should do that off screen. Yeah, I'm making a list. I'm gonna go ahead and just let you guys know. I'm gonna make another document for Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, laying out all of the different government types and what their bonuses are, so that you guys can try to get towards those governments in your playthroughs. And actually, I'll give you a freebie. The best way to do it, to flip governments, get around basically 1,000 prestige. Like right now, I'm in the perfect position. Flipping governments would be easy. About 1,000 prestige, and then just pick a port that's going to take a while to conquer anyway. So like Bangkok, for example, if you just naturally go for it, it's 6 turns to take Bangkok. So find these ports, go to war with somebody, find these ports, and then just don't take the port, because you'll get hit with an unrest penalty every time you fail. And so by doing that, you can boost up the unrest real quick, flip government types, and then you can go ahead and conquer. And that's the best way to do it that I can find at this point in time, because like just waiting for your unrest through events and whatnot, it's just like, no, no, we don't like that. My next playthrough is going to be kind of the how to game the game as much as possible to really make the most of a playthrough, because that's what's so important about playtesting on my part, is we figure out what is the best way to make the game as fun as possible, because it kind of is the same game every single time. But if you figure out a metric and a methodology behind some of the mechanics, you can make it so fun. And it's like, I actually have a renewed interest in the game. There was a little bit for the past couple weeks where I was kind of getting burned out, and then I started playing around and I was like, ooh, this is fun. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. All right, let's go ahead and blow through these this year. We want to go ahead and get to 1914 before the end of the video, so that we can tie this off with a really nice bow. Everything's looking snazzy. I got a message on Discord, and I have the community Discord server up is the first thing up. Italian. We call that illegal. Again, go ahead and go over to the Discord and see what shenanigans we're getting up to. Don't mind us. Yeah, you know what? I'll sacrifice that for that. Ooh, hey, Belgium, you're buying boats from me again. Thank you. I appreciate your patronage. Speaking of, who are our allies? Colombia and Belgium. That's it. Well, okay, apparently we like either putting people in barrels and liquefying them, or we like cutting people's hands off, apparently. Oh, oh no. What is happening? If you guys don't understand those references, then please don't look it up. Your heart is too pure for this world. Don't do it. I've seen too many pictures. There's a reason why I'm able to laugh at it. Does that mean I'm mentally disturbed and broken? I don't know, but hey, it's a fun ride nonetheless. Oh, we got advanced mines. Tibet is uprising. Army, get in here. Let's go. Like, we could have taken Tibet before they uprose. Like, that's 1.6 billion GDP that's being lost. All right, and yeah, we want to get to our destroyer sizes. I will go ahead and stop that at the end of this year. Belgium, you keep ordering them, I'll keep building them. Like, I'm not gonna scoff at selling boats. We are businessmen, nonetheless. We like conquering and we like business. All right. I would really like the Fusos. Before I go to war with the French, I would like the Fusos available. Oh, Manila's free. Damn it. Well, okay. Damn it, Spain, you just couldn't keep it together, could you? Alright, Tibet is officially its own country now. These are still ungoverned. So I really hope we get in here and take those sooner rather than later. Finance-wise, we're doing pretty good. Crew training, I would love to put it up a little bit, but I also don't want to run too hot. But we're also about to finish those destroyers, so that is good. Oh, and also, thank you. I should have thought about this first and foremost. Thank you, guys, for telling me how to change the names of ships. Had I started doing it before, I would go back. It would have been no problem. But I'm not going to go through and rename all the ships. We're just gonna leave it like that for right now. I'm like, no. Not doing that to myself. No. Maybe eventually when we're doing like special playthroughs where like you guys are able to name ships and whatnot. Like, yeah, maybe we'll do it then. But I'm like, do I really want to do that to myself right now? Do I really want to do that to myself right now? I don't know. Don't think so. Just sounds like a hassle. And Belgium, you just want a lot of boats, don't you? You just want all the boats. All right. So we're gonna slow down because I do want the Fusos available, because I want to bring all of our big ships to bear. So we are going to slow down on poking the French, because at this point in time we're gonna start creeping towards war naturally now that we're above this the 50% mark. So I'm gonna hold off on poking them too much for the rest of this year. Again, I want to get the Fusos out. I want to watch them just shotgun one of these floating pieces of shit. Let's face it. The hotels, they do better in this game than they did in real life. And actually, the reason why they do so well is actually because of the angle of the hull. I was actually I was actually talking to somebody, and it's because of the angle of the hull, the shape of the hull itself, is why they do so good. Ooh, oil fire burners. Cool. However, these are semi-oil, so these are not... Wait. Wait. Apologies. Okay, hold on. Okay, it is semi-oil. Okay, weird. Because it made it seem like that, but semi-oil is still a good upgrade. This would actually be... Yeah, this is definitely a good upgrade to get. Do we wait, or do we... I haven't unlocked enough to really justify research, or... Yeah. If I had Coincidence 3, along with Krupp 3 or 4, plus a new tier of gun for basically everything, then it would be worth it. But right now, not really worth it. So we'll hold off on doing that upgrade for the time being. Actually, as well, let's go ahead and delete that. Delete that. And can't delete this yet because we haven't done a refit of the Congo. But because they're not ordering the other stuff, I'll just delete those hulls. All right, so those are done and out in the water, which means we do have some coverage here in Southeast Asia, which is good. Actually, what's our range of torpedo at this point? What are we at? 5,000 kilometer? Okay, we're doing, or 5,000 meter, I should say. So we're doing decent in that regard. All right, let's hurry up and get this done. Damn it, Army. You're not doing your fucking jobs. Oh my god. Oh, we're losing territory for no reason. It was free land. Why, Army? Why? Oh man. Our enemies are getting the upper hand. Well, it's okay. Eventually, we'll fight the Russians over it. And we're the Japanese, so we don't suffer from the army penalties, which I can't wait until they reform this game. Like they redo this title, and make it so we can actually control the army. Like, great little concept. Execution poor. I want to be able to tell the army to attack shit. Again, we want to slow roll that because we want the Fusos to come out first, and then at that point in time we're looking schnazzy. Go ahead and actually let's scrap that. Change port to Tokyo. All right. And then we'll go ahead and mothball her. Yeah, no, I won't be Tex who, sits and upgrades the ship. Tex. Oh my god. The Habsburg class battleship. That poor thing. Let it die, you fucking bastard. Let it finally die. It didn't deserve that treatment. Oh no, Tex is great. I absolutely love him to death. He's actually, it's really funny. What originally got me into his channel was I was actually trying to do some lore research for BattleTech. And mind you, this was a few years ago at this point in time. So, this is way back. Like, we're talking three, maybe, yeah, about 3 years at this point in time. Oh my god, they're so big. France, did you go to the Olympics this year? Anybody who gets that reference, you can't unsee it. You saw it, I saw it, everybody saw it, he felt it. And, well, I feel bad for his wife. Oh, lordy lord. Alright. Oh. You have arrived in port. Go ahead and do that. And then mothball. Okay. So now she doesn't cost us any money to really maintain. And we now have... we will soon have our new Dreadnought battleship. Super Dreadnoughts, by the way. Like, these are getting into Super Dreadnought territory. Columbia wants some Kaba classes. Very nice. Awesome. And we are about to hit our mark. Let's go ahead and roll that turn. January 1914. Now, of course, we're still a few months away. We're about half a year away from the actual start of the World War II. So we don't quite have, or not World War II, World War I, my bad. But still a few months away from that. But Panama Canal has opened. Very nice. So let us just do an assessment. So we have full control of the minus the Korean Peninsula, of course, which we just haven't gotten any events to fight them yet. I wonder who their ally is. Yeah, that's right. They're allied with the United States. And because we have good relations with the United States, we're not going to get any events, unfortunately. So we have to kind of screw over our relations with them. But we control everything coastal-wise except for Korea, all the way down to Southeast Asia. And we will start taking Southeast Asia as we fight the French. We're going to also take out the Spanish to rid their presence within our territories as well. And yeah, we're looking pretty solid. We could be much further if the army actually did their fucking job. I'm sorry, I don't like the army. The army doesn't do anything useful half the time. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call this one here. I love you all. I hope you have a good one, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.